Hi, my name's Claire, and in this video I will be talking about setup, sitting position specifically for violinists and violists, and defining and demonstrating the arco and pizzicato. So let's go ahead and get set up. So it's really important that when you're setting up, you are in the mindset that you are preparing two pieces of equipment. One of which is your instrument, and the other is your bow. So I always like to start with my bow, so that's what I'm going to do right now. The first thing I do with my bow is I tighten the hair. Now, it's always important that when you're packing up for the day, that you always make sure that your hair is loosened and relaxed when you're putting it away. So, to tighten the hair, I'm going to turn the screw to the right or clockwise. And also, another important thing is make sure that your hair is not too tight and that you maintain this nice curve in the center of your bow. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the instrument. So, I always like to start out by putting my left hand on the left rib of the violin and sitting on my knee to start. So now that we have our equipment set up, let's go ahead and talk about proper sitting position. So, playing an instrument is a physical activity, and we want to make sure that we're sitting in a position that is strong, relaxed, and tension-free. So the place to start with that is to make sure our feet are flat on the floor, hip-width distance apart. Next, make sure that you're sitting on your sit bones, not on your bottom. You got to be a little bit forward and sitting on your sit bones. Also, make sure that you're sitting forward of the chair. And last is make sure your chest is up, your abs are in, and your tailbone is heavy. So next, we're going to talk about how to get your violin up. So we're going to visualize two lines. One line going from your nose, the other line going from your shoulder. And the next line you want is the line directly in the middle of those two lines. So that line is where your scroll is going to be pointing out away from your body. So let's go ahead, visualizing that line, put out your instrument, swing it up, and then fly it onto your collarbone. You want to make sure that you're not on your shoulder and that the instrument is not directly underneath your nose, but on your collarbone. Next, this is really important. Make sure that you're not reaching with your chin and causing your neck unnecessary strain. All you gotta do is just lightly put your head into the chin rest and lay it nicely on the instrument. Next, we're gonna define the terms, and I'm gonna demonstrate arco and pizzicato. Arco and pizzicato are both Italian words. Arco means with the bow. So whenever you see arco in music, that means you're gonna be putting your bow on the string, like so. It's also really important that you put the bow between the bridge and between the fingerboard over the F holes. That's how you get the best optimal sound. Next, pizzicato, or pizz for short, means to pluck, and that basically means you're gonna be plucking the string. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your three little fingers and make a fist and grab the frog. Next, you're gonna free up your thumb and your first finger, and you're gonna make these like little pinchers. You're gonna put the thumb on the edge of the fingerboard and then reach over to pizz over the fingerboard. You don't want to pizz where you put the bow because you're gonna end up with a sticky finger and you're not gonna have a great sound. So when you pizz over the fingerboard, it creates a nice sound. And we also, just to note, put your thumb on the edge of on the corner of the fingerboard so that you have an anchor, so that your hand isn't kind of flying or hovering over the strings. And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful, and happy practicing.